Okay, so before you know understanding about the tools and technologies, first we should know the basics, right? Um, Most of them are working in different domains. Few of them are working in IT industry, and few of them are not working. They don't have any work experience. So should align everyone in the same page. So first we'll discuss what is a software, because everyone is saying that okay, this is a software job, IT, ITBT structure, so you will be placed in software company. So what is software actually? What software companies will do? What they will do? What's their main agenda? So it's a interactive session. Whatever you know, you could just pitch in and say.
Software is a collection of data and program and instructions.
Collection of data, program, and instructions. Okay. Why we need a software?
To perform a specific like task,
Example.
like Google Meet, like where we can, like where we are have joined the class.
Okay. Apart from that, on daily basis, everyone is addicted for software, right? Without software, we can't live. Right
Google
now,
Chrome,
Chrome, okay,
MS Office.
Office, that's it. For our daily usage, forgot this, technical, educational.
Browser.
Web applications.
WhatsApp.
Web
MS Excel.
Browser.
applications means what? See, we will first discuss about very plain and understandable, wordings. Web application and all, few of them won't understand what it is. Just we'll go with the basics, very basics, on daily basis, whatever we are using with respect to, our
WhatsApp, Instagram.
WhatsApp,
Facebook,
Instagram,
Instagram,
Facebook,
WhatsApp,
social medias, right?
social media.
Social medias, okay, that's also software. Apart from that, and that's actually
Operating system.
an operating system.
To run applications.
See, every day you are using Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay, right? What it is? It's also a software, and everyone will have the bank accounts. For that bank accounts, you are having a software, right? For example, if you are using HDFC Bank, you are using some HDFC mobile application, or if you're using net banking, you are having a net banking service, right? So those are all softwares, right? On daily basis, we are using it. If you want to book something, you will use some Make My Trip or Paytm. There are plenty millions of software which is available. If you want to play something, you are using some game app, right? So all are like applications. Applications are nothing but a softwares, right? Right? On daily basis, we are using. If you want to book
Right.
something, if you want to buy something, if you want to, travel somewhere, if you want to see something, if you want to, you know, on daily basis, on every minutes or every hour, we are using software. Without mobile, only during the sleep, we are not using any devices, right? Apart from that, from the beginning of our day starts with the software, ends with the software, right? At least at last you will check the status or something in social media, and we will end your days, right? So software is like a basic mandatory thing for the human beings for enhancements technology wise. So that's why the software always booming, right? So sometimes, most of them are saying that okay, recession. What is actually a recession? Why they will call it as recession? Software ಬಿದ್ದೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ. What it is actually?
Might be usage of this software might be reduced.
How how it will be reduced, right? See, every day it will be increasing. How
Okay.
come suddenly that will be decreased? On daily basis we are using it.
Yeah.
That's not basically with respect to the product, right?
If the technology used has become old,
No, because every day it's upgrading, technologies are improvising. Every day they are also releasing new versions, new updates, new applications, new softwares. But why recession?
Maybe
It's a
due to the decrease in
employment.
Maybe due
Maybe
to the
because of the
economic output and lower consumer demands.
right. So see, if recessions means that will be effective for hirings, right? Directly, indirectly, first it will affect the hirings. Hirings will be stopped for the freshers. Basically it will be affect for the freshers, for experienced person some layoffs will be going on, right? Still we are looking at the articles every day they are publishing, like Wipro layoff 2000 employees, Infosys layoff 3000 employees, right? We are you know checking the articles. Very recently a Google fired so many peoples, right? So these are all due to because of imbalancing of the economic growth on a different regions, right? So basically our India market directly affect if anything economic imbalance is happening with respect to UK or US, right? Because all our projects will be rely on that country side of organizations, right? So basically if anything fluctuations is happening over there, that will be directly affecting to our software industries, because hirings and position making and requirements, everything is comes from there, because they are our clients, right? So they will ask us to prepare the software. Think about you are owning a Tech Mahindra, or you are a major person of Capgemini, right? So you are hiring a resources, right? Because Capgemini is a service based, they don't have any products. Do you know the difference between service based and product based companies?
yes,
yeah.
like product-based companies are the companies where they develop the softwares, and the service-based companies are the companies like where they provide the services for the other companies. Like
To make it very clear, product based companies they own the product. Service based company they won't have any products. They're just like a service providers. I'm having one company. I don't want to take any risk. I don't want to hire the employees directly to my company. What I will do, I will rely with the third party companies, like for example service based companies. I will ask them, can you give me the resources with this type of skilled person? What they will do, they will supply the employees and they will ask some demand. Okay, for example, okay, I will give you this resource, can you pay me 20 lakhs per annum or 30 lakhs per annum? They should have some agreements. Okay, that's a difference between service based and product based companies. So any examples for product based companies?
Microsoft,
Microsoft,
Google,
Amazon,
Google,
Flipkart.
Amazon, Flipkart,
HP,
Google,
HP.
Oracle,
Which one?
Oracle,
Oracle.
Walmart,
Walmart.
Netflix.
Which one?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. Bosch, right?
Yeah, it.
There are so many companies are there. Service-based companies, examples:
Accenture,
Capgemini,
Accenture,
Techno
Capgemini,
Mahindra.
HCL.
Infosys.
Tech
Infosys.
Mahindra,
TCS,
Infosys.
Infosys, TCS,
Infosys.
right? These
HCL.
are all service-based companies. They don't have any products, so they're just offering the employees. Okay, so now, okay, we'll stick with the software. Now the client will ask the software. These service-based companies or product-based companies, they will prepare the softwares, right? So this is how the cycle will goes. Now, as you mentioned, okay, a bunch of programs. Next, data. All this includes in a software, right? So just think about if I'm having a very startup company. Don't think like very big giants like Amazon and all. Just will think that okay, one of the basic software company, startup company, how many teams you need to handle that. I have a requirement. Okay, some of the clients will ask to prepare one software. Think like okay, Paytm. I want to prepare a Paytm application for the vendor. I'm owning one company, one startup company. So how many
Three to
teams I
five
required? Three to five. What are they?
for designing, developing, and deploymenting. Like
Testing.
Design,
Testing.
development.
Testing.
Okay, design,
Development, testing,
development,
deployment.
testing. Three. That's it.
Maintenance.
Maintenance. Okay.
Customer support team.
Customer support. I mean support team. Okay. That's it.
customer requirement, business analyst,
Business analyst. Right. So first it will starts with business. Right.
product owner,
So whenever they're asking any product, first you should analyze and understand what's their expectations, right? Simply you can't build the Paytm app. First you should understand the requirement, plan it. There is a lot of cycles are there, right? Life cycles of any softwares, any applications. So we need a team, or we need at least team means always it shouldn't be like a more than 20 members, more than 30 members, right? More than one person also we can call it as a team, right? Just think that if it's a software company, at least I need the basic development team with respect to the Paytm application. Okay, what language it is, how I'm preparing that software, so how many pages is required. All this designing part has to be done as a prerequisite first. Then I will just check my development team whether they can able to develop this kind of approach. Once the development is done, then it has to be tested properly, right? I need a testing team. Okay, testing team should check all this software with respect to all the aspects, like you know login page, landing page, first page, then all the tabs, everything has to be properly validated. So definitely I require a testing team. Then once the testing is done, it has to be pass the test with respect to a different platforms are nothing but, have you heard about the platforms?
yes sir.
What is actually a platform in general? Okay, forget these technical aspects. What is basically a platform?
It
Where
is a
you heard
server.
that platforms?
It is like a server,
Okay,
development server, testing server.
right. Okay, forget these technical aspects. Where you heard that platforms?
Railway stations.
railway
It is a
stations.
state.
What actually a platform will consisting of? For example, Bangalore platform. Just consider Bangalore platform. How many platforms we have? If you observe platform one, platform two are
10,
there, right?
12,
Around
12.
10, right? 10 to
12.
12.
Yes.
So each platform we have what? Why we have these many segregation of platforms? Why can't we have a single platform?
Different route trains like
Different routes are there.
Bangalore.
Different routes, different segregation, different parts of destination and the source, right? So for example, somebody needs to travel from Bangalore to Mysore, somebody needs to travel from Bangalore to Chennai, somebody needs to travel from Bangalore to Hubli, this side, right? So there is source is same, but a destination will be a different approach. So that's why we have created different platforms. So each platform will have a different types of customers. Customers are nothing but public who are traveling from the transport. Okay. So here also in software, if we consider one of the organization, if you are testing one software in one server, that's not a sufficient, right? Because just think that car manufacturing, car uh, technology improvisation industries, just think like a small car like Suzuki or Volkswagen, whatever the company, manufacturing providers, whenever they are you know releasing any new cars, right? It should be passed all the checks, right? Agree? Maybe you
Yes.
have
Yes, agree.
checked the NCAP ratings and all those, right? So how they are testing? They are validating with respect to a different types of approach, right? They are hitting from the front, back, side panels, particular speed. Then they have to validate all the doors checks, engine checks, everything has to be checked, right? So those are all like a testing part. So different platforms also they are checking, in house, in indoor also they are checking, outdoor also they are checking, right? It should be crash test, crash test for a different platforms. Similarly, our software also need to be tested in a different platforms. Like if it's working in one server, it should work in different servers also. Sometimes maybe chances of that software won't work in a different platform. So that's why before approaching, before delivering to the public, before delivering to the client side, it should be checked in a different servers. Platforms are nothing but a combinations of servers. Okay. Again, servers, are you aware of servers? What is meant by servers? See, don't hesitate
Fetching data.
to ask. If you know, you can answer it. If you don't know, just say that, okay, we don't know servers.
It is like a computer or the system which
Serving the
provides the
data
data.
service, fetching data.
Provide a services.
What is basically a server?
Server is
Uh,
just like fetching data from a database.
Forget this fetching data and all those things. Servers are nothing but your laptop.
Server is just like store data.
Computer programming.
Just think that it's like a computer.
Computer
It's
Right
like
now,
a
you
programming.
are having laptops, right?
Backend server. Huh?
server is nothing but as a machine.
Just think, very simple one. You are holding a laptops, right? Everyone will have the laptops, right?
Yes, sir.
Servers are nothing but your laptops. See, this is a physical device which we are holding. That is a laptop. That one server is a virtual. Okay, physically it won't appear to us, right? Right now we are holding this laptop, right? Physically it appears. That one physically won't be appeared. Everything, rest of the things are same. That will also having the operating system. That will also having the RAM. That will also having the ROM. Everything, whatever the things which we are having in our system, everything will be there. That's also a laptop, that's also a system, that's also a computer. Okay, don't think too much. Fetching the data, those are things are like actions which we are performing by using a servers. Fetching the data can be happening from your laptop also. Okay, don't think that okay, only in servers we are fetching the data. You can fetch your data from the laptop. Fetching the data means you stored something, you are accessing that. That's it. In laptop also we are storing something, we can access it from the browser, or we can access it from other devices also. That's also a fetching. Servers are nothing but the systems or laptops. Okay, clear that part.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just saying that servers also a laptops, but that won't be appeared. Physical appearance was not there, virtual. Okay, you can buy it, you can use it. That's it. Here we can buy it and we can feel it because this device is physically appeared. Physically we can handle that. Okay, why we have that? I will explain little later. Okay, why we need servers, why can't we have handled it? It's pretty much simple, right? Because in organization level, we are having a bunch of softwares that should be delivered to a millions of peoples, right? That application won't be stored in our laptops because security aspects and delivery aspects, all these things, our application, if you want to explore to the internet, and so many aspects are there. So to design, to deploy, to handle all those perspective, we are rely with the cloud providers. For example, Amazon. Have you heard about the cloud providers? AWS, GCP, Azure,
Azure.
Azure.
right? Those are like vendors. They are providing a servers. We are just giving some money to them, and they are providing a servers to us. That's it. Give and take policy. Monthly billing is happening. We can't handle all the applications in our laptops, right? So that's why we are purchasing. Maybe if uh, you feel that, right? Gmail, your Gmail account, your photos and everything was synced in one of the drives, right? Gmail drive,
Yes, sir.
5 GB or 15 GB of storage they are providing for free, right? Cloud,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Every
Yes.
Gmail having the
Okay.
cloud access, right? All your photos, contacts, everything is syncing. Where it's storing, that's also a cloud. Okay, this cloud architecture and everything we will learn once we start the AWS. Okay, right now just understanding the words, what I'm saying. Okay, servers, clouds, just to familiar with that. Okay, later point of time, anyhow, we will go into deep dive all the services, clouds, why we have cloud, why we are choosing AWS, and how this server will be launched, and every aspects we'll learn later point. Okay, now, okay, now you understand, okay, how any software or any application, if I want to build from the scratch, at least basic, how many teams I require, right? So basic is the development as a testing, then that application need to be moved from platform to platform. All those things has to be happen, right? Productions are nothing but, what is meant by production? Have you heard about production platform?
Uh, platforms are basically where the development of software happens,
No,
and
development
later
is development platform, not the
and
production
sorry,
platform.
the production is basically like where the developer software is pitched to the servers, means yeah, servers.
Okay, just to make it very simple, production servers are nothing but live. If your application is it in production, means that will be served to the end user. For example, for example, this Google Maps and everything, right? Every times we are getting some updates, right? Any
Yes.
application that needs to be 3 months or 4 months or 2 months, you will get some patch updates, system updates, mobile updates,
Security.
right? What is that actually?
New thing added.
It might be a bug fix or a security update. And it even sometimes what happens, the old software is not performing well, or there might be a bug which is which not be really found in the users, but it is happening in the backend. So they might release a new software to fix that.
So any new software releases with respect to mobile, with respect to laptop, with respect to any devices, if you check the description, they will mention what this update includes, right? You may saw that, okay, enhancement done for the, for example, okay, just think about mobile, because every very frequently you are updating your mobiles, right? If you observe that, okay, enhancement done for camera side, bug fixes done for 1.2.0, then bug fix was done for 1.3.2, right? They are mentioning some random numbers if you observe. And also enhancement on below bullet points, they are mentioning it, okay, enhancement done for the camera, enhancement done for the security patches, enhancement done for so many things, right? So that means they have retune the software, because somebody was reported, or somebody internally which is reported, okay, this software whenever we have released, this is not properly working with respect to the user aspects, okay. Maybe that will be found by the users are nothing but us, right? Because we are using that product, we are the owners, okay. If I'm using this phone with that particular version of update, after that if I found some issues or bugs, directly I can report, right? I can report, I can put my review, okay, after installing this update my system is crashing, right? Those are all nothing but bug rises, okay. They will take into consideration that, okay, after that they will revisit the code, they will do some enhancement, they will fix that bugs, after that they will release the code. So that releasing the code to the production means you will get some pop messages, right? New update, new version available. If you want to update, install it, right? That's like a live. Clear? So we will understand a
Yes.
later point of time. Anyhow, we will prepare some softwares. Will prepare everything from the scratch, and we'll build some websites. We'll build some applications. So after that, we'll observe, okay, how this platform will be built out. This application will be traveled from here to there. Then what is live, what is production, what is UAT, what is SIT. Every aspects we'll learn. No need to worry. Okay. So to make this application has to be live, we should pass all this checklist. Like we should have the servers first, then we should have all the team onboarded. Then once the code is developed, that code need to be tested. Once the code is tested, that needs to be make it live. It's look like very simple, right? While saying that software needs to be travel from here to there, it will be a very sounding is very easier, but with respect to the organization level this may take years of tenure, right? Because application preparation, application creation, it's not a very small task, because they are spending a lot of money, billions of money to prepare this application, right? Now what is DevOps? Because we have everyone at least familiar with development, testing, security, right? Development means they're developing, testing means they're testing. Then what's DevOps? What's DevOps role?
Development and operation.
What is meant by development and operation? We have already a development team, why we need DevOps again?
both development and operation will be handled by the same person.
Development and operation will be handled by.
Same person.
Development and operation will be in a continuous flow, sir. Hands-on, like one-on-one.
What is mean by operation? Okay, development everyone will aware. What is operation?
Monitoring the particular software.
Monitoring. Okay, only monitoring. Operation team will handle only monitoring.
So the
Pushing
like
the new
deployment
releases to the
and integration.
Deployment and integration. Okay.
pushing the new soft and new production into the servers and monitoring them along with them. We also like we should here we build the bridge between development as well as the operation, so we know the what is the development part as well, and also we know what is the operation. So if the guy knows both the terms and conditions, so it would be easy to communicate as well as, and it would be easy for everyone, like when the operation is going, and the DevOps guy can understand the development part along with the operation part, so we become the bridge.
What operation part will do? What's the major role of operation team? Before
pushing
DevOps,
the pushing the new
everything
releases
was
into the
working, right? Before DevOps is not, very old ancestor technology. It's a very new technology. Recently, it was adopted, right? Maybe at least minimum 10 to 11 years. It was, rapidly it was grown. But before, 10 years before, we don't have any dedicated DevOps team to handle all these things. Before that also software was there. But why DevOps was evolved, and what was the gap was there, how the DevOps was filled?
So initially there was like if there is any requirement from the client, so it is a one like a one flow processor. So for this to negotiate this, DevOps came into existence.
What is that one flow?
Like if there is any requirement from the client, so
Right.
after that like they will one architect team will be there. From that they will write a code. So from writing a code, they will test after that deployment. So it was like if there is any requirement, if any requirement comes in the middle, so they need to start from the basic, like from writing a code. So from there they used to start. So for this they started like DevOps came into existence, which it is in a continuous flow. In the middle
No,
also it is,
DevOps won't develop anything, right?
I mean like if there is any if you want to fix a bug, or if we want to update any patch, like
Hmm.
like to monitor all those things, so
Okay.
DevOps came into existence.
Hmm. To understand that part, let me share my screen and we'll discuss with respect to. I hope it's visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, as you mentioned before, DevOps was evolved. We have very limited team and like software development. If I want to do a software development, first I need a development team. Then I need what? It has to be planned. It has to be, coding. Everything has to be done. Then that should be make it as a configurable, and I will mention that to operation team, right? Operation team won't understand anything. Okay, whatever you are giving, I will just take it and prepare my checklist and make the server as available. Then I will do the deployment. If the deployment is nothing but just a copy, okay, for your kind information, because deployment, don't think that okay, it's very high technical word. Deployment are nothing but just copy whatever the bunch of code they have prepared. After compilation they will get one, you know, a ready recipe, right? That recipe will take it and we'll put it there in the server. That's it. So operation team won't understand, okay, how they designed, how they developed, how they compiled, nothing. Operation team, whatever I'm giving, just he will take it and place it. That's it. Once he placed, if that is working, he will give the thumbs up. If that is not working, he will give the thumbs down, right? Then again, that will be moving to development team. Again, development team will start scratching their head from the beginning. Again, they will start testing. All these things will be happening earlier. Just for example, okay, think that I have I have to design, I have to release one software to the end user within 6 months. That is my commitment. Okay, before how the things was there is everything needs to be developed completely. Okay, from the beginning to the end. Just think that okay, 10,000 lines of code. So 10,000 lines of codes has to be prepared first. Then minimal testing should be happening. Then that will be give it to the operation team. What operation team will do, they will take that and place it. If it's not working, they will just say that okay, it's not working. Then again, development team need to understand okay, why it's not working. Again, line by line, everything has to be recompiled. So that's why releases was happening on, 5 years, 3 years, right? It's taking very long tenure before DevOps. Maybe you have observed it, right? Just think like mobile industry. Earlier, before 15 years or 20 years back, right? We have only one giant, that is Nokia. Nokia is a very popular one during that time. Only that mobile industry, they are, they are king of the mobile industry during that time. And maybe 3 years or 2 years once they're releasing the new products. Agree? If you are familiar with the old generation.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
After that, you know, Android came, right? Like, the phones. After that, we'll get some China models will appear. On the middle segment, only China phones, they are ruling, you know, India industries. We'll get some very cheap, very longest screens and very bunch of speakers. We'll get it, two to 5K around in that segment. We'll get very bigger phones. After that, mobile industry was growing. Later point of time, this Realme came, right? Realme, Redmi, I mean Xiaomi. After that, later point of time, everyone will get the Android phone within the 10K segment itself, right? Still Nokia was not updated it. They have released Windows phone. Have you aware of 10
Lumia series.
Windows phones? They're not
Yes.
stuck with the Android, they just want to play with in a different segment. But that was flopped during that time. Still they haven't, getting any new updates or any Android series, they are not releasing it now. After that point, they understand that other mobile industry manufacturing companies, they start playing it, right? Every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, they are releasing a new phones, right? Vivo, Oppo, so many phones are appeared. Best camera phones, best Android versions, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right now also we are having, I think, Android 12, I'm not sure. Okay, but recently they have releasing, on every week they are releasing it, right? If you observed, every week we are getting Vivo V19, V17, Oppo. How they are releasing their products? Because they have adopted this DevOps technologies. Once they started adopting the DevOps technology, the frequency of your product movement was increased. Because just think here, you have developed your code on just like a 3 months of tenure you have developed. After that, operation team, you just hand over that to operation team just gives the thumbs down because it's not working. Then again you give it to a development team, again they will start debugging line by line, again it will take one more month. Then you are giving to operation team, if it's not working again, the same cycle will goes years of years. Then what they understand that, okay, there is some gap between development and operation, because development won't understand the servers deployment, all those things, but operation team won't understand the coding methodology, coding things part. So to fulfill that gap, what they have done, they introduce a new collaboration team, that is DevOps. Dev means development, ops means operation. DevOps team members should understand the basic requisites, basic prerequisites. Don't think that okay, you should know all the coding perspective. Just you should understand the basic methods. Okay, just just think that okay, it's a Java application. Okay, you should understand that okay, it's a Java application. For the Java application compilation and all those things, I should prepare it. Then operation perspective. Okay, how many servers are required, where I should place these servers, and all those things you should know it. So you are like a middleman, understand from here and similarly understand from there, then fill that gap. That's a DevOps. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now now just think that as a DevOps perspective, we should understand the application workflow. Like we do have a different stages like a build, code, plan, deploy, operate, monitor, test, all those things was there, right? So everything is, everyone is aware of it, right? Building, coding, first you should do the coding. So like it's a Java or HTML or CSS, whatever language you choose for that particular software, you have to code first. Once the coding is done, then testing. Once the testing is done, deployment means from your laptop to where you have designed, where you have created your application, that you need to transfer to servers. One that will be called as a deploy. Once the deployment is done, that needs to be operate successfully, that means it should work properly. Then once it's started working, then you will monitor. Okay, so these are all the high level structure of your DevOps tools and technologies. Have you heard about this? Any familiar tools? Anyone? Okay, DevOps tools. How many of you aware of the tools?
Git.
AWS,
AWS, okay.
Docker,
Docker, okay.
Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins,
Kubernetes,
Kubernetes,
Jenkins, Git,
Git,
hmm,
Zira,
hmm,
Maven, J1,
Maven, JFrog.
Grafana.
Okay. See, DevOps and also an automation. DevOps is nothing but majorly we are focusing on automation. How we have made it, the production releases is very frequently happening because of continuous flow. We make it, everything is automated here. Earlier it was a manual interactions. Manual interaction will take a lot more time and human errors will be induced. What basically human errors? Have you heard about human errors?
Uh, Human errors is basically like missing a step or for not following the SOPs.
Hmm. See, basically, if manual interactions was maximum was there for any application movement, so whenever we are manual intervention means we are doing that steps right one by one. Sometimes we'll forget. Maximum times we'll forget out of if we have 15 steps, some steps we'll forget, something we will miss it. Those are all like a human errors. When we will found that, okay, once that is released, that is tested, then only we'll found that okay, we missed this part, right? So again we need to revisit that. So we are making it as without manual intervention, everything we are making it automated. Maximum 95% of our work culture we make it as automation. So that's why it will be fast move on. So that's why DevOps is high booming technology because of automation. These all tools maximum it is utilized for automation purpose. We'll see one by one. Okay, first as a plan, what we have discussed, first we need servers, right? We need one base platform, right? If you want to build a house, what we need first as a basement, right? Because on top of the basement we will start building it. Agree? First we need one base, right? That base is nothing but a
Yes.
servers. So servers, as I mentioned earlier, what server is actually, it's a system,
Our
right?
PCR computer.
PC or computer or laptop, it just think like it's a system. Now in our system what we have, what we have in our system as a basic
Operating system.
OS.
Drive, hard drive.
First we need OS, right? Without OS your computer won't work at all, right? OS is like a heart, right? How we have a heart for blood pumping, without heart we can't live, right? ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ without heart we can't. That's the main part of human. Similarly, operating system is a main part for the system. Without operating system you can't operate itself, because as the name indicates, operating system, without operating system you can't operate it. Now how many operating system you are aware of it? OS. Which
Windows
OS you are familiar with?
OS,
Windows,
Mac.
Linux,
Windows, Mac,
Linux,
Windows,
Mac,
Mac
Windows,
OS,
Linux,
Linux,
Mac OS,
Windows, Ubuntu, Linux,
Linux,
Ubuntu. Mm.
Ubuntu,
Ubuntu.
Debian, or Red Hat. These are all flavors of Linux. Okay, it's basically Linux. Linux the subversions like different flavors. Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, SUSE. Okay, these are all different flavors of Linux. Okay, now you are familiar with Windows, right? Because everyone knows the Windows. Because as a part of while purchasing the laptop, while purchasing the desktops, that will be inbuilt. I mean, they are configuring the Windows operating system and they will give it to you. What about Linux? Is everyone aware of Linux earlier?
It's a open source.
it's open
No.
source operating system.
No. Okay. Linux is also similarly a Windows. It's an operating system. Operating system means to operate, right? The difference between Windows and Linux, anyone aware of it? What's the major difference between Linux and Windows?
Linux is the open source
Like
operating system. Windows, it's not open source.
Okay.
It's a command operating system.
Which one?
Linux is a command.
Linux.
Okay, it's a
Sometimes
CLI.
it's more secure Linux.
How we will say more secure? Okay, that's more secure compared to Windows. I agree that point. Okay, next.
Windows is a UI based operating system, user
That's a
interface
GUI,
based.
GUI.
Oh,
It's a
G. Okay,
graphical
sorry.
user interface, but
Yeah,
Linux
different.
is CLI, command line interface. That's the first major difference, right? Windows is GUI, Linux is CLI. Graphical user interface means what?
Uh,
We have to use
Basically,
the
Hmm?
pictures
We can
and
see the apps
yeah,
basically.
yeah. Directly we can see on the screen the folders, the files, and we have the animation to the opening of the a software or the closing of the software.
Hmm.
And just for example, even the meet which we are using, we can directly see like who is talking and the boxes and all. Those are called a graphical user interface where we can see the what actually the process is happening.
Hmm. Okay, to make it very simple, this is a graphics user interface, right? I can able to see it here. I can able to see it from here. Just by clicking, by observing, by visualizing, I can understand what it is, right? See, I can able to see that. Okay, this is a folder, right?
Yeah.
This is also a folder. This is one PNG. I can visualize. That is a graphics. To visualize, they make it as a graphics, right? These are all like a graphics, images. I can able to understand by looking at the images, by looking at these letters. Graphic user interface. I am interfacing this system by looking at the user interface on the graphic side, right? I can able to see here on the left tab. I can able to see the options. In the right, I can able to see the folder structures. This is like a graphics. By looking at the graphics, I can select where I want to go. If I want to go to workshop folder, I can double click. If I don't want, I can backstep, right? But Linux, it's like this. See, this is a Linux system, Linux operating system. We can't able to see anything here. Are you able to see anything here? It's like a plain, right? Empty, right? If I want to see what's inside this server, what's inside this system, I should run the commands. So that's why we call this one as CLI. That is command line interface. You should run the command. Your system will interact with you by understanding the commands. If you are running that commands, system will response back with the output. Similarly, like here, if I am requesting to open this folder, system will understand by interacting how I am interacting by clicking. But here, by running this command. See, if I run this pwd, I will get some output. That means I'm interacting my system by using these commands. My system will give the response with the output. Understood the basic simple difference between Windows and Linux? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, as you mentioned, it's more secured. I will give just one example how it will be secured compared to Windows. See, if I log into Windows, if I'm not a technical person, I can able to understand what it is, right? To understand this, only technical person is required, right? Any simple, if you know the simple English words, you can able to understand, okay, what it is, I can go inside, Just think that okay, I got some permission to log into this system, or I hacked this system. Okay, I hacked this system, I can able to go anywhere, right? I can able to see this, and I can able to copy whatever I want. Then think about here. Are you able to see anything here? Are you able to copy anything here? Is it possible?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Without commands, you can't do anything in the Linux system. If you want to do something, you should know commands first. Without that, you can't see what's inside it. Copy bit bidi. But ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, right? So that's one example is best suitable for the security aspects, right? If you want to do something, you should know the commands in Linux. Otherwise, you are like a blind. You can't do anything. Okay. So as a first plan, first we should understand the Linux, because we are deploying our application, we are preparing our application, everything in the Linux server. 90% of organizations are using Linux servers because of, it will be very fast compared to Windows, it will be very high secured compared to Windows, and it will be pretty much simple to deploy and all those things with respect to, CLI mode, very fast. So that's why most of the organization, maximum organization, they have choose their application has to be hosted in Linux system. So as a mandatory part, if I want to, forget this DevOps activity, if I want to log into that server, if I want to see something, I want commands, right? Without commands I can't do. So that's why as a basic mandatory, first we should learn the Linux commands. We have very bunch of commands, okay, maximum more than thousands of commands are there. But with respect to DevOps activity, what are the major commands is required for us, only we'll learn, we'll stick to that part. Okay, one by one we'll learn. So it's an open source operating system. Linux commands is used to interact with the operating system through CLI. And once the Linux command is completes, after that we'll moving to shell scripting. Have you heard about shell scripting?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Shell script is nothing but, whatever the commands we have learned, right? As a basic mandatory field, Linux commands, that commands will combine together to make it one specified task. Okay, we'll combine it, we'll add some loops, and we'll create the scripts, we'll execute it. That's it. Okay, don't think that okay, scripts means, very high level coding. Nothing like that. Just think that okay, you have learned 50 commands. By using that 50 commands, we can prepare a plenty of scripts. Okay, only commands are there inside your scripts. On top of that, we'll add some loops. You heard about loops, right? For loop, while loop, C++, remember?
Yes,
If
C
sir.
loop.
programming, C
Yes, sir.
programming, in that you will use some loops and methods, right? The same simple things, simple loops we will apply, simple methods we will apply to fulfill our requirement. Okay, we'll learn one by one. Next, once Linux and shell scripts will complete, we should, you know, own the code first, right? Okay, now I have a server. Now I want to deploy a code, right? If I want to compile a code, if I want to prepare a software, first what we need? Basic code, right? That code should be stored somewhere as a versions, because it should be available for the team, right? ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ if you are preparing very big software, single person can't handle it, right? You need a big team, at least minimum 10 to 15 members of development team should work on the different modules. So coding should be done on different person, but each each one will start coding on their own laptops, right? What if he left the organization? What if he's sick? What if he's on leave more than 15 days? You should transfer that work to some other team member, right? If he owns all his code on his laptop, how you will assign that work to some other person? So for that reason, we need one centralized hub where all the code should be stored. Okay, I will explain in detail once we start this Git. Right now, I'm giving an overview. Just think that, okay, code means we are using a Git here. Git is a distributed version control tool where we can store our code. Okay, version control tool to take a snap of project. Okay, all our code will be resides here. This will be accessed from any of the team member who have got the access. Clear? Just to make it very simple, whatever the code the developers are developed, everything will be stored in Git. Clear? It's like a storage. Just think like it's a storage point where the code will resides. Understood? Anyhow, in detail we will go one by one tool. Just I'm giving overview how many tools are there with respect to DevOps. Okay. Next, build. Build means we should have some raw code. Okay, first just think that, okay, maybe if you are from the development background, you are aware of it. What is this building stage, compiling stage, right? You know, C++ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ we have done it, right? Once you um, type the code, after that you will compile it, right? During the compilation only you will get some any validation error, anything error, anything if you missed during the compilation stage only you will get to know, right? Remember that part? Forgotten everything? ನೆನಪಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾರಿಗೂ?
It shows the errors.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Right, so compilation is nothing but line by line debugging, right? Debugging, and it will give some result, right? For example, 1 plus 1 equal to 2 ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? So after running the code, right? That's what we have done on C programs and C++ during our graduation on the first semester or second semester, right? Remember?
Yes.
I think
Yes,
it will be mandatory for all the branches, right? Not only specific to, you know, electronics or computers.
Yes, sir.
First year is mandatory for all the streams, right? So everyone is aware. C,
Yes.
C++, compilation,
Yes, sir.
running the code. Similarly here also, just think that, okay, you have prepared Java code. That Java code needs to be compiled. You know, you can't use the raw code to fulfill your needs. So that raw codes need to be converted into a executable. Maybe you are aware of, you know, while installing any softwares in your laptop or in your desktop, first you will download one binary, right? That binary, have you checked the extension, what it is? Have you checked the binaries which you want to install any software in your laptop?
EXE.
.exe, right?
Yeah.
The .exe is nothing but executable. It's a runnable program bunch, right? It's not a file. If you observe, if you want to open that code, you won't be able to see anything, right? Because it's compiled code. It's not a raw code. So that executables we are generating by using this build tool. Okay, just understand that. Okay, by using build tool we are generating the executables like .exe, .var, .jar. All these things will be prepared by using build tool. Okay, so one of the popular one is Maven. Maven is used for only Java projects. Okay, Similarly, we will see another build tools later point of time. Okay, now that's for the build stage. Next, continuous integration and continuous deployment. All this, fetching the code, compiling the code, preparing the binary. Then, once the binary is prepared, that should be moving to the different platforms, right? All this activity will be performed by using Jenkins. What is continuous integration, continuous deployment? We'll learn. Okay, but this is the major heart of DevOps tool. Okay, this is must. Without this, we can't do. Okay, from the day one, when the DevOps was born, right? During those days, from now also, this tool is having the same set of um, integrations. Without Jenkins, no one is performing any DevOps activity. But right now, most of the tools, another tools are released, and in AWS also they are providing some other services similarly like Jenkins. But still, it's a open source, it's a free source. 90% of organizations they are using this tool for the CI/CD integration. We'll learn one by one tool in depth from the beginning to the end. Okay. Once the continuous integration and continuous deployment, as I mentioned, recently this tool was introduced, that is a Docker. It's like for containerization. What is containerization and everything we'll learn once the Docker was started. Now just think Docker is used for containerization. Okay, this is also one more tool, advanced tools. Okay, that containers management. Okay, everything we are using a cloud providers where we are hosting our servers and everything. So out of these three, we are using AWS. Next, as I mentioned, that containers, to manage that containers, we are using Kubernetes. Kubernetes is a container orchestration tool. This is also an advanced topic, advanced tool. Everyone is now adopted. Okay, configuration management tool. We're using Ansible. Then infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure is nothing but the servers. Okay, to build the servers, to configure the servers, we are using Terraform. Okay, so these are all tools and technologies we will learn here as a DevOps program. Okay, then once application is deployed, we should monitor that application with respect to servers and application level. We are using Grafana and Prometheus. Both together will combine and will get the best visualization and alerting system. Okay, next, to assign the work as a team, if I want to assign something, if I want to create something, we are using a ticketing tool, Jira. This is only for ticketing purpose, to create the project, to manage the project, to assign the task, to prioritize the task, to track the progress. Everything will be handled in Jira, what you are doing. Okay, simply I can just visit your Jira dashboard and just I will check on you how many tickets is assigned and where you are working on. Simply I can track it. Okay, so this is all about basic intro about the DevOps and tools and technologies what we are using with respect to DevOps and what we are learning. Any questions? Okay, questions will start from tomorrow onwards, right? Because we are not yet started anything. Just we have
Yes, sir.
understand the introduction about this DevOps, right? So I think everyone will have the um, Windows operating system, right? Not the Linux one. So in that, But what you will do, just download this Git for Windows. Okay, go download this Git on your Windows. Select depending upon your 64-bit. I believe everyone will have the 64-bit. Just download this and install that. Will you do it right now? Because mine is Mac OS. I have Linux platform inbuilt. Can
Sir,
anyone?
I'm also using Mac.
If you are having Mac, no need to install Git. Okay, you can have the terminal, right? You can just use your commands over there
Okay.
for Windows systems. Can anyone download? Because I will just show the steps. And tomorrow onwards, you can just open the terminal on your system and you will start executing that. Anyhow, later point of time, we'll create the AWS account. Over there, we'll create the Linux servers. There, actually, we are running the commands. But for the time being, for now, in our laptops also, we can run our Linux commands. Few of the commands won't work because it's a third party tool, right? Because the base operating system is Windows, and on top of it we are installing a third party tool is Git to work. Our Windows has to be partial, will it will work. So few of the commands won't work, but maximum commands will work. Later point of time we will start creating AWS account, then we will start the Linux servers. There, whatever the commands